Welcome to another exciting episode of Fever Originals 2.0, India's first original music countdown show. A show for the artist and by the artist. लोग अक्सर कहते हैं कि मैं बहुत तेज बोलता हूँ, तो इस एपिसोड में थोड़ा ठहराव के साथ.
Oh my God.
ठहराव के साथ.
मैं भी तेज बोलूंगी इसलिए.
दोनों तेज बोलेंगे तो एकदम ज्यादा हो जाएगा. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've got AKASA with me co-hosting this weekend's episode. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me, man. First up, congratulations on the new song. Crossed millions of views. Well done. Lots to talk to you about this track. But let's begin with how you've been, man.
I've been amazing. I feel like very इस बार गाना अलग है तो काफी vibes भी अलग हैं. It hasn't been like anything before because लोगों के reactions बहुत अलग हैं.
Right.
People are looking at me differently, I feel.
Yeah.
So I've been good. I've been taking it all in.
You know, as an artist, you try experiment with different things. तो वो थोड़ा सा scary होता है, especially the independent space में. क्योंकि अगर आप एक फिल्म के साथ कोई गाना कर रहे हो तो वो फिल्म से associated है. ये जो independent गाना है ये आपके साथ associated है. And it's a very tricky space sometimes because you want to experiment, you want to give the audience something new, but you also as an artist waiting for यार validate करे कि I hope अच्छा लगे. So were you nervous while trying this one?
I think so, but more than nervous ना, it was I feel like a long time coming क्योंकि मैंने बहुत देर validation के चक्कर में मतलब not just मैंने it's I am independent but because I'm also represented by a label there's a lot of input from them.
Right.
So there was always like, okay, this is what I'm known for and this is what I should cater. Yeah. So then it should be like that kind of music. And with each single, I'm not even kidding, I used to be like, hey, can the next one be like a little sad and little vibes? And it never worked out. So I think more than anything else, by this time I've gotten so ki I don't care about anything. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care about ki okay, hit formula, hey, hook line इसमें आ जानी चाहिए, गाना इतना लंबा नहीं होना चाहिए, dance number, ये वो reels. I've literally with this done मनमानी only and been no input of anyone. ये जैसा है ये मैं I'm putting a piece of my heart out there. Of course, I want the audience to like it, but more than that, I want the audience to see that side of me. कि देखे तो सही.
It's very interesting what you said. You want the audience to also know that along with the pop star that you are and the kind of stuff that you do with Nagin and all, like chhap ban gayi ki, dude, this is the kind of music that she does. It's going to be a banger in every club. It's going to be a house party banger, everything of that sort. But there's this side of you also that exists. We're going to talk about this side of you, but she's dropped a track. काफी मनमानियां की है उन्होंने सबके साथ और कहा कि नहीं इस बार मैं जो चाहती हूँ वो होगा. Tell us, man, a little bit more about this track of yours because then I'll tell you what I felt when I watched the video. मैं बड़ा डर लग रहा है मुझे ये admit करते हुए video पे and of course on the show. But I'll be honest with you about it. So Sammy, how did the track come into perspective? Because you've written it, you've composed it also.
Yes.
Your vocals, the guitars were beautiful, by the way.
Yes.
The guitars were beautiful. Whoever played the guitars, I'm sorry. Can you please tell me who was the guitars?
It started with this guy called Philippe. He's from Lisbon. So वो जो main जो एक hook riff चल रही है was him. उसी पे गाना बना था. And the rest of it was a musician in Bombay. But I think Philippe is the one who literally gave that soul. And then after that he disappeared. वो अलग बात है क्योंकि he was supposed to produce the song with me. But that is where it. And I think the song is because of that jung, chung, chung, da-da-da-da. That
so many things that make a song and, the wholesome experience for a song. Tell me, every artist writes a particular song or is in a particular zone when they're going through something in life. I'm not going to ask you anything personal, but...
this is all personal.
This is all personal?
Completely fine.
It's all personal. So tell me, do you think somewhere it's also influenced by something that's happening in your life or that has happened rather?
Yeah. This song तो I like I said, मनमानी गाने का नाम है, but मैंने की भी है and I know a lot of times artists also have to maintain this that don't say too much or say more or whatever what you have to say, but I had decided that because the song is so personal, and the few that are going to follow it, I'm going to talk about that soon. But it's literally after something happened, and the song was written in a situation where, chalo the le jaungi, the hook part was when I was jamming, and that's where I was in my head, in a very like nostalgic space, and okay, relationship ended long time back, but. Why can I not remember the happy things? ये भी तो होता है कि ठीक है now even if I'm in a different thing or in a different that person is somewhere else, I'm somewhere else. But whatever the relationship end was, while it was happening, there were good parts, right?
Absolutely.
Why can't we remember that? So that's wo meri manmani hai. That is where the hook came from. But the rest of the song, there was this huge sort of confrontation come fight that I had, and I was in a very vulnerable state. And literally Delhi airport all through, I was like wearing dark glasses, crying. I got in the flight, I was crying, and I slept. I have woken up when they say ki we are, descending. And those 40 minutes, you know how you write in a diary?
Yeah.
I realized there was something coming to me, and I literally wrote those lines of like, keh do, it's all okay, phir bhi. And that's when the rest of the song was written, in those 20-30 minutes. And even while writing them, I was like, what is happening right now? Because tum ghanto baithte ho studio mein aur kuch nahi aata. And then I realized, yes, that because I'm feeling so, and I am all about emotions. So that's where the song came from. It was from a vulnerable state.
आपने ना, to be honest, to be on radio, to be on screen, and to be vulnerable in front of your audience, and आप जो बात कह रहे हैं वो सच कह रहे हैं, क्योंकि हर एक इंसान आपकी स्टोरी के साथ resonate करेगा. We want 2 lines of this track, and उसके बाद क्या करेंगे? I will tell you my vulnerability, and I'll tell you my story also about this, because I think it is so amazing that you have the courage to actually be on a show and say that हाँ ये हुआ है life में, and सबके साथ होता है. And the fact that you admit it, it's okay. We figure it out. We are all vulnerable at some point of time in our lives. Nobody, कोई नहीं बचा है इस situation से. हर एक इंसान जा चुका है इस situation से.
सजना है क्यों ऐਵੇਂ सी लगना, दसना है बस तैनू ऐ दसना, ले जाऊंगी मैं आधे सारी तररा, बस कर ली मैंने मान मानी.
इस सिचुएशन से रिलेट किया है कहीं ना कहीं, वो एक ब्रेकअप या कुछ तो है जिसके साथ हमने रिलेट किया है इस गाने को. Go listen to it, but it's a beautiful track, man. It's also really nice to see you do this, because like I said initially शुरुआत में कि आपको एक पॉप स्टार इमेज की तरह देखा है.
Of course.
It's very nice to see you be on stage, perform those tracks, and all. This side of you is so beautiful. Like I always say, an extrovert always has this side to them that is very zen. Today the vibe is very different. आज हम मतलब पॉप स्टारिश वाइब से निकल के हम थोड़ी सी पेंसिव और गहरी बातें कर रहे हैं.
और शांति भी कितनी, हम usually the two of us together like
okay, and now suddenly it's all about love and brooding, and I think the Libran Scorpion zone that we are getting into, that phase of life also.
Maybe the person who I wrote the song about is a Libran.
Who knows? Who knows? That relationship?
Yeah, are you a Libran?
Libran Scorpion. My birthday is on...
Dude, there are so many conversations since this song ka video especially, because the 3 girls who worked on it, Heem, Gauri and Shambhavi, one of them is a lot into astrology, and every time Libran something would come up, and I would be like, acha, and what else? And then she was like, why are you asking so much? I'm like, because I want to know. So it's been, I think the song is attached. I'm not a Libran, but the song is attached with some, you brought it up randomly as well.
I'm telling you, there is some karmic connection. But talking about the 3 girls that you mentioned, Heem, Gauri
and Shambhavi.
Hats off to you guys, man. I mean, आपने जो video create किया है, with AKASA, her vocals, her lyric, it is so beautiful. वो line है ना कि पूरी कायनात जुड़ जाती है when you want to make something beautiful, and that's exactly what has happened with the entire team. Big shout out to y'all for your vision, क्योंकि आपकी वीडियो में ना कुछ छोटे-छोटे nuances हैं जो मैंने देखे. Like for example, there's this one part initially जहाँ वीडियो पे आप just एक दूसरे को देख रहे हो. I think it's a table that y'all are sitting at. Dining area. Beautifully captured. There's this one part where y'all are in the bedroom, and I think आप दोनों के बीच में झगड़ा हुआ है, and your feet touch. That shot is so beautifully done. एक part है जहाँ पे आप closet में हैं. I have thought of it as, you're trapped, you're feeling a little claustrophobic, तो आप closet में हैं, and आपने एक vase का टूटा हुआ हिस्सा जो आपने हाथ में लिया, and you're going back in time and saying, यार ये क्या कर दिया मैंने. So it is so beautifully thought of कि ये सारी चीजें हमारे रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में होती हैं. We've done that in our relationships, and hats off to the girls, man. Seriously, beautiful job, very well done. Like this is one of the most amazing videos, vocals, everything coming together for me also as a radio presenter to be, on the show.
Yay!
But tell me, man, honestly, when you're shooting a video like this, you're also reliving your vulnerability.
Yes.
So it's a very you're not. I mean, you can act, but that's not your profession.
Yeah.
So I'm correct me if I'm wrong. It may be thoda difficult कि आपको to really cut away after the cut is done. To come back to AKASA could have been hard. I don't know if I'm right.
So you are and not. So basically, I would also like to give a huge shout out to Rohan, who's my co-star in this video.
Right.
The
पहले
thing
बोलते थे
is-
यार मेरा भी ऐसी सिचुएशन हो गया तो मैं ही कर लेता तुम्हारे साथ वीडियो
बहुत
relatable हो जाता है यार.
That's actually true. And with what like the vulnerability that you spoke about
Right.
earlier as well. I think one other major thing about this video that I wanted
Right.
was I didn't want to be a singer. I didn't want to be AKASA. And I was very clear with this new phase, there are more songs coming
Right.
up. And because I was like, I can express in front of the camera.
Right.
I have an acting debut coming up, by the way. I've done a web show. I'm just putting that in because that is
amazing.
why. Yeah. So that is why but before this, every video, and I again kept saying it that, guys, tap into that. I'm expressive and I
Right.
can do that in front of the camera. Having said that, on set, whenever I've cried in this video, because I can act, but even my acting usually, if I'm not, I can't fake cry. So when I've broken down, the director was so amazing. She's given me 6-7 minutes. I've played a piece of music and gone to the worst state. So you're right. I've gone to this vulnerable, wherever bad
Right.
memories were. Rohan and I have sort of done some exercises
Right.
of bringing that out.
Right.
Our fight was very real. Some very personal things were said. So they did give me time to get into it. But for me as a human also, I've grown up because very early on I was in a job, you can say, where I had to conceal my emotions very often. Because it was a bad, difficult space to work in. But I had to pretend because I was on stage. So I had to pretend like it's all good. So I learned how to, even though inside I'm like completely, I've just cried, but I'm, one of those where I'm crying and I'm like, hey. So I've become that person. So which is why cut ke baad, it was, even if I was on the inside, like, but I'm also this conscious ki, because I could see my team look at me differently because they usually see me like,
all of that.
Suddenly my makeup artist was quiet, the dude taking a video, my manager was a little like, okay, because they were like, wow, she's just cried.
Right.
And I was like, what's up guys? What's happening? It's all good. It's all cool. So I think it is difficult for me to get back, but I fake it till I make it there. I fake that I'm cool, bro. It's all good. I just cried. So what? Like I have a tattoo called Proud to be a Crybaby. That's what I do. But it is difficult to get back because when I went home that night, there were so many memories I tapped into.
Bottled up emotions that you suddenly tap into, right?
And the next day also, I was just emotional. I was fighting, I was crying. And my director was like, you're, because I was like, is this what it's like to be an actor? And Rohan was like, yeah, good luck. Welcome to this life. So,
yeah, man, it's
if that kind of an actor where you can't fake it, you feel it.
Literally getting into the very deep crux of the character.
Yes. So yeah, that
wow.
So when you say vulnerable in the video, it's all very real. I had no makeup left because I'd cried so much, and they didn't allow me the makeup artist in the room because I wanted nobody there because I wanted it to be in that space. And my makeup artist towards the end of that shot was like, you have no makeup, what is this? And I was like, that's great because imagine AKASA, who's known for glamour and whatnot. This is as raw as I can get and that's what I want.
But इसीलिए शायद मैंने आपसे वही कहा था ना कि जब मैंने गाना देखा, सुना, मैंने कहा कि यार the beauty is the fact that बहुत रियल है यार, बहुत रियल है. मतलब
I would wear, they are my clothes. I'm wearing my clothes in the video.
बहुत रियल है, हर चीज उसमें जो आप कह रहे हैं, कर रहे हैं. ये हर इंसान रिलेट कर सकता है क्योंकि we've all gone through this, right? Yes. We've all gone through these breakups where we've fought, where we've said nasty things to each other, broken things, anger, this feeling of, what the hell is happening? It feels like everything's going to come crashing down.
But suddenly also regretting what we said immediately.
Like you regret it instant, then you're like, yaar, maine kyun kaha ye? Then you're like, then there's a part of you said, nahi, acha hua kaha.
Yes.
आप ना हमेशा बैटल करते रहते हो अब दोनों तरफ की यार कहाँ it's that phase is a hard difficult time because making that choice that judgment gets very very difficult man. Wow. I never expected AKASA and Glenn to have this conversation, but it's okay. We have different sides to us also. This is Fever Originals 2.0. Like I said, India's first original music countdown show. where सच बात करते हैं यार. I think that's the best part.